Yep, time to defend another race swapping. The director of the upcoming live action How to Train Your Dragon is out there defending Astrid's race swapping because apparently we are all too stupid to know exactly what it is they're doing. They have told us time and time again, this is what they're going to do. They are not going to make any movies or anything that just have a completely white cast in it, no matter how much that would be historically accurate to the story that you're telling. No, you have to race swap somebody. You have to gender swap somebody. You have to this, you have to that. But no, as far as they're concerned, let them come out, tell you some crap, and you're supposed to believe it, because if you don't believe it, you're some kind of bigot, racist, hatred, so and so, and they figure that's perfectly fine. Why not? They've been doing it for years. They figure people are going to continue to believe it, and of course, they have their shills who will defend this nonsense to the end. Let's dive into this people's article here from Bounding into Comics. Live action How to Train Your Dragon director defends Astrid race swap. We're not making a shot-for-shot remake. Oh, you couldn't have said that better, my friend. You're not making a shot-for-shot remake. You're not even making an actual How to Train Your Dragon movie. You're just going along with more of the same Hollywood live-action bastardization of everything. And when it crashes and burns, you then come out and attack the fans. Makes sense, yes, because these two look perfectly similar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In responding to the dialogue of pushback to his decision to race swap Astrid, live action How to Train Your Dragon director Dean DeBoer, I'm sure I just butchered his last name there, has argued that it ultimately does not matter if the young dragon rider's physical appearance matches that of her animated depiction, because he is not trying to make a shot-for-shot remake of the original film. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this woman looks nothing like this was there. It doesn't matter at all. Does not matter. They're not making a shot-for-shot remake of the original film. They don't necessarily need to do that. So then, I mean, Superman could be Asian. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. I was going to say Batman could be black, but they did that, and that crashed and burnt hard. Yeah, but it makes perfect sense. Yeah, perfect sense. Making a franchise debut in the animated film trilogy rather than the Cressida Cowell's original YA novel. And that's the thing, and more people will know Astrid from the animated movies than from the novels, the How to Train Your Dragon novels. More people will know that. And again, as I say, I saw the How to Train Your Dragon movies, the TV series. I liked it. I liked How to Train Your Dragon. A really good. I could sit down and I could watch it again, and I would enjoy myself. The movies are really good. Third movie could have been better, but I just say it is good. Astrid is depicted as a typical Scandinavian woman bearing braided blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin, as well as an axe that could take the head clean off of anyone who would stand in her way. Yeah, Astrid was a really good character, because she started off really headstrong and all this sort of stuff like that, but as went along and the interactions with Hiccup, you got to see a softer, kinder side to her. Even though she was still a badass, to talk about the accent thing there, yeah, she was always willing to run charging head first into chopping somebody's head off, and you never actually saw her, but I was saying that that's what she was doing. But she is a Scandinavian woman because Vikings were Scandinavian. She was a white woman with blue eyes and blonde hair. That's how she was depicted. But no, let's change that. Understand me? Just like the guy from Percy Jackson. You understand me? The writer Rick Riordan. You understand me? Come out and say the same nonsense, race swap a character, and then come out and say the same nonsense. This director is going to say, I'm sure of that. However, in the live action remake, the heroine bears a much different appearance. Thanks to her being played by actress Nico Parker, the daughter of Thorny Newton, who readers may know best as Val, the love interest to Woody Harrelson's Tobias in Solo, a Star Wars story. This version of Astrid instead has dark skin, green/hazel eyes, and curly but still braided brown hair. Yes, this is a picture of her here. Uh-huh. And regardless of Parker's individual talent, in light of her casting existing as yet another example of blatant race swapping, that's what it is. That's what it is. They have made it very clear. If you want a movie to be nominated for any kind of award now, you have to do these things. You have to do these things, and you have these directors and producers, whatever, coming out and putting their foot in their mouth and making idiots of themselves, trying to defend something that we all know they don't have a choice in. But that's what they do. They get paid to go out there and literally sacrifice themselves for this nonsense. Recent months have seen fans on social media take to voicing their discontent with what they view as the latest example of Hollywood's tendency to disrespect the source materials that made a given IP so popular in the first place. That is exactly what Hollywood wants to do. And like I stated in a previous video, news coming out about the upcoming live action Naruto movie, which I have no idea why they want to do that, because that should just remain animated and done, because they're not going to do it justice. The news coming out from it is that it is worse than Dragon Ball Evolution, because the people who are doing it have no idea about the story whatsoever, and are just put slapping the name on it and just making up any crap that they could and hoping it is. Because remember, the last time Dragon Ball Evolution screwed up so bad, the creator of Dragon Ball actually had to come back out, God rest his soul. He had to come back out of retirement and redo start back the series just to get the taste of that terrible movie out of the eyes, mouth, and soul of everybody who watched it. But that's what we go. Anyway, we continue. To this end, Dubois, if I'm pronouncing that correct, who in addition to helming the upcoming remake also served as the writer and director of all three animated How to Train Your Dragon movies, with the first also being co-written and co-directed by Lilo and Stitch creator Chris Sanders, weighed in on the ongoing discourse surrounding Astrid's live-action appearance via a post made to his personal Instagram on November 21st. Now, I know people are going to be thinking, if he was the writer and director of all three animated movies, then why isn't he, defending, or should I say, why isn't he insisting that Astrid look the way she's supposed to look in the animated movies? Or you have someone come out and say, well, since he's the writer and director, he will know better, and if he decide to do this, and that makes sense. Here the thing, people. As I've stated before, I stated again, I'm going to have to continue to say again, these people have no choice. None when it comes to these things. They are being paid to do something. And the fact that they are being paid to do it boils down to the fact that, listen, we are giving you money to do this, and we want you to do it this way. That's what we want. We don't business if you don't like it. That's not our concern. That is not our concern at all. We are telling you to do this like this, and that is exactly what you are going to do. If you don't like it, that's your problem. But you have no say in this. We are paying you money, and this is what you're going to do. And that's the long and short of it. They don't have a choice in this matter. They will come out and say all kind of things, but be certain they have no choice whatsoever when it comes to these things. None. Other than to walk away from it, but most of the time, they can't even do that. This is what he had to say. Sharing a screen of a reply, I made a comment on a How to Train a Dragon related Instagram page, the identity of which currently remains unknown. The boy can be seen therein affirming the declaration made by another user that Parker's casting is not about the color, it's about the acting. Here we go. Here we go, people. This is going to be pretty much word for word what Rick Riordan said when he race swapped one of his characters for the Percy Jackson TV series. Isn't this? Exactly, wrote the director. We auditioned many actors for the role, including actors who looked like their animated counterparts. But we chose the actor who best embodied the spirit and personality of the characters, since the Harry Hooligan tribe in this version is made up of descendants of the finest dragon fighters from everywhere the Vikings had ever traveled, which historically was far and wide Vikings mixed with many cultures, practically word for word. We auditioned many actors for the role, including actors who looked like their animated counterparts, but we chose the actors who best embodied the spirit and personality of the characters, and they expect you to swallow this crap. They expect you to swallow this crap. You understand me? Because Jared Butler is playing Stoic Nivas. He did the voice in the movie. I mean the animated movie. He's playing Stoic Nivas. So you're trying to tell me Jared Butler was okay, but Astrid had to be race swap. You couldn't find any character who you was it any actor or actress, well, actress who you auditioned that looks the part and works with that. No, because when you are actually trying to find an actor for a specific role, you send out a casting call and it has to be a certain thing. You're looking for a blonde or you're looking for a brunette, you're looking for this, other. These are the things that you put out that you are looking for. But that does not happen here at all. But for some reason, they figure we all too stupid to realize that. And again, I said these are the things that they are told to say, because these are basically word for what every one of these directors says every time that they race swap somebody. Every time that they do some kind of race swap, they say basically word for word what they say. Like I said, these people have no choice. This is why I was saying before, I have no interest in this live action How to Train Your Dragon, because as far as I'm concerned, it has no reason to be made. Now, let me continue on. Still not study. This is how the director continued on. Still, we're crafting a fantasy, not historical fact, and all will be revealed in time. He then argued, we're not making a shot-for-shot remake. We just stuck close to key moments to honor the original, which I remain very proud of. Drawing his thoughts to a close, the boy ultimately asserted the teaser features a few of those moments instead of a completely new tale. We aim to embellish and deepen without abandoning the story that fans love. And this is why I'm saying I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in watching this movie. None, because all they want to do is, they'll put in a few shots and things, yeah, but they want to change it into what they want, and I have no interest in that. None. I like this movie because this movie was done really well, and I'm good with that. I don't want to see your live action race swapping, story changing, all this nonsense or whatever bastardizing. Because if you're saying you're not doing a shot for shot remake of it, why are you doing a shot for shot remake of it? Because you literally are developing the first movie. That's what you're doing. You are developing the first movie. You're doing that. You are doing that. You are making the first movie. That's what you're doing. But as far as you are concerned, no, all you have to say is we're not actually doing a shot for shot remake of the movie. When that is exactly what you're doing, but you just want to change certain things to figure, well, that's going to be okay. You want to draw people in, change up a bunch of things, and then figure everybody's supposed to be okay with it. No. I say before, I say again, I have no interest in the live action. I like this. I don't want to see the live action because I know you're going to screw it up. At current, the Boaz live action take on How to Train Your Dragon is set to retell the story of Hiccup and Toothless's friendship starting on June 13, 2025. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Even the CGI version thing they have of Toothless didn't even look good to me. But yeah, they're race swapping Astrid, and the director is out there literally reading from a script, and that's what's going on. It's very simple. Actually believe that everybody is stupid enough to believe this now. No, we know what you're doing. We know that you don't have a choice in it. And this is why I have no interest in watching this, and I'm certain a lot of other people feel the same way. But this is Hollywood. They won't stop. Period. They will not stop. You know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.